Give that handshake, that hug, that high five, whatever it is. Just feel the field of love and beauty and intelligence being magnified, for we are here to magnify the Lord, which is the great law of life, and to allow this incarnation to not be wasted, to allow this incarnation to be a vehicle of such creativity, such love, and such peace, and such beauty that the world is changed because we arrived here at this time in human history and beyond. So this month we're celebrating the theme of mental liberation, and we get to embrace one known as Jesus the Christ, he was so mentally liberated that there was no difference between him and the power and the presence and the love of God that flowed through him. And he came forth to show us the great example of the possibility of the next stage of human evolution. He was not an exception, he was exceptional. And he said in substance that greater things than these can you do if only you go deep enough, if only you tread the path and the spiritual principles and the dynamic spiritual practices that he did. We too can begin to unfold in a way that allows for the glory of God to flow through us like never before, that we may anchor the realm of ever-expanding good on earth as it is in the mind of love and beauty and intelligence. That's your calling. That's why you are here, to be spiritually liberated, to be free, with the full awareness that freedom is intrinsic to your nature. It is God-given. That is a spiritual principle, by the way, that potential is bigger than any problem. So whatever it is that you're facing, guess what? It's facing you. It's facing infinite potential. It's afraid of your potential. As you become liberated, you begin to see that, and you begin to stand in the awareness that for the most part, human suffering comes from our inability to see reality. We're seeing only our perception of reality, our thoughts about reality, our emotions about our reality, our beliefs about reality. Most people don't have an encounter with reality. They only have an encounter with their thoughts about it. Not you, not here, not now. Because you're becoming aware that stagnation and hell mean the same thing. That is what hell is. It's not a place, it's a state of consciousness where you have stopped growing, you've stopped unfolding, you've stopped discovering your infinite potential. And so you're standing in an awareness of being mentally liberated. Say with me, if you will, my potential is greater than any problem. And I'm in league with infinite potential that cascades through every area of my life. Somebody scream about it. Just feel it. Just feel it. Just feel it. And so today on the Resurrection Sunday, our theme is your pathway to rebirth. And of course, as mature spiritual beings, we are aware that the template of nature has been placed upon the teachings of Jesus, so that we celebrate the resurrection, we celebrate Easter during a time in which it is springtime. But nevertheless, the teachings are cold-blooded. The teachings are magnificent, even though at times they have been siphoned by traditional ways of looking at it. Still, they hold the power of our freedom and our healing and our resurrecting spirit that is within us. And so we are often tempted by those external things that we think will make us happy. But when we go deep, as he did, we begin to pray, we begin to meditate, we begin to vision, we begin to enter into spiritual practice and have a deep commitment to it. There will be moments in which the world will call us and say, this is going to make you happy. This is going to secure you. This is going to put your life together. And you'll be able to say, oh no, I'm already put together. There's a power, a presence, a love, a joy, an intelligence that was not made by the world. It was made before time began. It is my very life and being. I submit myself to it. I surrender to it. I let go and I let God, and we transcend the downward spiral of the satanic energy and rise and become descended masters, meaning we're not seeking to ascend into heaven, we're seeking to bring heaven here. This is where we begin to grow, develop, and unfold in a very powerful way. We move into the teachings of Jesus the Christ. I want you to know that when you begin and continue in your spiritual commitment, this is not religiosity. This is spiritual practice for your freedom. This is for you to wake up to the glorious nature of your being. There will become in you your signature, where you will walk in the world, and without saying things at times, the vibrational match will be so apparent because grace notes will appear. Manifestation will appear. Wholeness and healings. Things will begin to occur because the presence of God and its law will match the frequency that you are emitting. The teaching here is that Jesus had a vibrational signature that was honed by hours of prayer and mental introspection that led to transpection beyond limited perception, so that he knew he had a vibration of which he didn't have to say anything. So he said publicly, I know that thou hearest me always, meaning that my vibration is etched in eternity, and the presence knows me by this vibration. I want you to be that kind of individual. I want you to be able to have such a strong vibrational frequency that you're able to say, here am I, send me, this is me, need I say more? Let right action occur, let divinity unfold, let beauty reveal itself. That does not come by wishful thinking, that does not come by memorization, that does not come by just every now and then going in. That comes from a daily practice of going to the well until there becomes a realization that the infinite, invisible presence is more real than what you can see. It is infinite, it is invisible, it is indivisible, but you begin to have an encounter with it, and it becomes more real to you than anything, and you begin to stand in that vibration and in that frequency, and as you go into that inner closet on a regular basis, yes, you will be rewarded openly. Yes, manifestation will occur. Yes, success will unfold. Yes, wholeness will reveal itself. Yes, wisdom and guidance and safety and protection will manifest around you. But it's coming not from the world. It's not coming from your manipulation. It's not coming from you trying to be popular. It's not coming from you being caught up in materialism. It is you being caught up in the infinite, invisible presence of God that rewards you openly in every area of your life. Oh, I want you to be mentally liberated. You see, I want you to be mentally liberated.